sophisticated suspense. Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Swamp Thing number 37, the Facsimile edition by Alan Moore, Rick Veitch, and John Totleben, featuring the first full appearance of John Constantine. Very exciting. Cannot wait to share it with you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Okay, so we have the sketch cover version here. If you watch my channel, you know I've been threatening as an artist myself to draw some of these sketch covers. I got the idea from one of my Facebook artist friends who have been like starting the auction on sketch covers at like 99 cents. Not sure how it's working out for them, but they say it's going okay. So I thought I am in love with these sketch covers. I'm in love with the facsimile. So I thought I might as well kill two birds with one stone. In fairness, DC refers to these as artifact editions. They're basically reprints. Facsimile editions are what Marvel calls them. DC calls them artifact. You know, they always have the same thing with different versions. You know, the bookshelf version versus the prestige format. If you know, you know. Anyway, this is so good. Originally published in what, 1985? Arguably like one of the best years in comic books. Gorgeous cover here. The art team is amazing. I love a good pen and ink team. These guys are knocking it out of the park. I love this little ad from Amazing Heroes, one of the best comic book magazines that predated like Wizard and sadly nothing now. I guess we get all our comic news on the internet, right? Anyway, the top 10 books of 1984. Very interesting. Swamp Thing #1, like Alan Moore was killing it, like on fire, revolutionary, changed the comic book world. Oddly, I wasn't really on the Alan Moore Swamp Thing tip to begin with, and I never completely got on it. Like, I don't think I've ever read the complete run. It's amazing. I love Alan Moore. This art is blowing me away. I might have to get on the tip finally. John Sable, American Flag. I think that was like Mike Grell and Howard Chaykin. So 2 indie books. So that's very cool that they're featured in the top 10. You know, a list today would probably only have Marvel and DC, maybe, I'm guessing. Teen Titans, Fantastic Four, X-Men, always, you know, in the top. Blue Devil, loved Blue Devil. The Paris Collins art was amazing. Atari Force, never really jumped on that bandwagon, but people love it. And, of course, the Jose Luis Garcia Lopez work. I was always off and on with Doctor Strange. Love the character. Always one of my favorites. Great design. Power Pack, love that book too. Anyway, I digress, right? Alan Moore writer, Rick Veitch. See, that's the other fun thing about the facsimiles is that they are direct reprints, except for the sometimes. I don't like the variants. I'm cool with the sketch covers, obviously, for selfish reasons. The variants are weird to me. I'll save that. I'm going to do a whole video on variants and facsimiles. We'll save it for that. But anyway, so the price and the paper quality are different. DC has been doing like the regular like newsprint, and Marvel's been doing the slick, and people are hating the slick. But whatever, I think it's a great reprint of the art and showcases it how it should be anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's crisp and beautiful, except for some of it, like as you'll see in the letters page, and we'll get to that, looks a little like fuzzy, like maybe they did some dodgy scanning or something. I don't know how they're printing these, but something's a little off. Anyway, Alan Moore, writer, Rick Veitch and John Totleben, artist, Karen Berger, editor, Tajana Wood, colorist, and John Costanzo, letterer. I think it's so interesting that the editor would come before the colorist and the letterer. I'm sus of that. Swamp Thing, originally bottled by Ween and Wrightson. I love the reverence and the homage. I mean, you know, once again, I was not really on the Ween and Wrightson Swamp Thing tip, and I know the art was absolutely breathtaking. And I don't know, swamp characters never really appealed to me. My brother was into the Man-Thing, and I wasn't super into monsters, but I love it now. I mean, this art is gorgeous. These page layouts are stunning. I'm kind of seeing where Hayden Sherman is getting his influence over on Absolute Wonder Woman and Batman Dark Patterns. I mean, I'm not going to take away from his innovation, but seeing this kind of showed me that it was kind of done before and to great, beautiful effect. I mean, this art is stunning. We're coming into the story, like John Constantine is sort of on the scene as Alex Swamp Thing has been dismantled, and he's kind of like regrowing himself, and his wife Abby is like out looking for him. I love how like Alphonse Mucha and beautiful nouveau kind of design layout this looks. I love the circle panels. It's so funny. Oh, this might be a little early, but if you see a circle like this in the 90s, the joke is that the template used was a CD. And of course, why wouldn't it be? Love this character. It's funny because I do love Alan Moore's writing a lot. It kind of reminds me of Chris Claremont, how he always like does the accent to the nth degree. Like you almost need like a translator sometimes. It kind of like is my beef with what Gail Simone is doing with Rogue over on the Uncanny X-Men right now. Like it's almost untranslatable. Like it's such a hard like Southern accent, and it's almost silly in a lot of ways. But once you sort of get used to it, I think it really adds to the layers of the story and shows like why Alan Moore is great. It's funny, I do have a couple of beefs with him as a writer. However, like I have always like a huge reverence for him. I mean, I loved, what do you call it? Killing Joke, of course, and Watchmen, and I wasn't on the V for Vendetta or From Hell. So I'm kind of weird in a way. Like I guess I just gravitate to what appeals to me. But I feel like I really missed the boat specifically for the art. You know what an art whore I am. And Abby's personality is kind of wretched, and I think it's kind of funny how like distinctly different English writers seem from American writers. I don't know. I can just sort of tell. That was my beef. Sometimes there's like these references to like very British things that might be like phrases or whatever, and like totally lost on me. So whatever. And I hate to feel like I don't know what I'm reading about, but whatever. Full on using a can of Raid to like kill the bugs and like insecticide. And it's so interesting to me that not only is she so ignorant that she thinks that this is a good idea, but then she laughs about it when he's like, Abby, no, you're killing me, no more spray. And she's like, oh, well, pardon me. How about thanks for all the water? As she's basically like Ridexing him. Oh my God, like horrifying, right? But I kind of love it at the same time. Like, not your typical damsel in distress. She's like, I'm just waiting for you to grow back. And it's kind of like furries for plants. Like they're in a relationship. It was controversial, of course. Speaking of controversial, here comes John Constantine, chain smoking. Let's see, did we get, oh yes, the panel here. He looks so beautiful. Like it's so English, right? But he looks gorgeous. Very like ethereal. I love the way that this is colored. Like we have John Costanza, major legendary letterer, Tajana Wood. Like people do not talk about her colors enough. I first fell in love with her colors on this issue of Vigilante, drawn by Gil Kane. That was sublime. Come to find out, she colored like many covers, like if not all of them, for a great stretch of time, probably during this period. I'm not sure. But I love the ink work. I love the detail. This team is amazing. It's like peak Craig Russell, Craig Hamilton, romantic, beautiful art, like almost woodcut looking. I love, Abby always stood out to me with her distinct hairdo. And I have such a great appreciation for it here. Just the way it works with the art and just like stands out on the page. This was giving me like early Alan Davis vibes. And like sort of like you see like an aesthetic that is like kind of different here, like very much the pen and ink, like very detailed and beautiful. This page is amazing. The layout is stunning. The detail in the eyes and the lips and just everything is so beautiful in this. It's giving me like Wrightson for sure, like Kyle Hotz, perhaps. Who else? Kelly Jones, definitely. Like, I just love, I could look at this page forever. This is a masterpiece. Um, I mean, what can you say? Like, this is the stuff of legend. Like, it really did revolutionize comic books. It sort of paved the map for Vertigo for sure. Um, what a great way to make such a weird character so interesting. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it takes it to another level. I think that's like part of what Alan Moore, the magic of Alan Moore's writing is, like he gives you this point of view that is so unique and so unexpected, like the plant's point of view, you know what I mean? Like how to like really experience life as a living plant and know what that must be like for him. And to be surrounded by this wretched, weird cast of characters. Warlord toys. I wonder, gosh, how did I never pick those up? Like, those look amazing. Anyway, maybe because I didn't read the comic book, probably. And then, like, this character is, like, drawing this thing that, like, kind of comes to life in the closet. And we get some fun body horror, like Hellraiser, the substance action going on, which I absolutely love. It's so disgusting. I mean, this book is crazy, right? But once again, just, like, so classic and so great. And so weird to just kind of come into this, story like right here. And also it's like the first full appearance of Constantine. I think it was like so common in the past to have like them be in shadow in one panel and then like full appearance in another like issue or two later, which cracks me up because it like sends the market in this tizzy over like the value of their first full appearance versus their first real appearance and stuff like that. Isn't this great, gorgeous, like 80s art? It's so beautiful. It just really is amazing. It ends so great. Like there's this, I don't know, like she's telling him all the stuff he wants and he's concerned about this rosewood element that's been introduced, and Constantine is like, you're useless. Like you're the last living plant elemental on the earth and you don't even know who you are or what you are, and I could tell you, and like kind of shames him and gets him thinking. And then Abby suddenly is feeling neglected, and we have like that mix of human angst with all things swampy. I don't know, so good, right, you guys? Do not sit on these facsimile / artifact editions. They're so good. They're so fun. They're so worth it. I know, $5 for a reprint, $4 for a reprint. Not bad, right? Especially I got the stock cover on top of it. Anyway, pick them up, y'all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will bring you more soon.